Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a complete kitchen deep clean with a tiny pantry reorganization because the pantry was a disaster, and a fridge clean out. The fridge and freezer were all just jam-packed full of stuff that needed to go and just be completely reorganized. I'm also doing a meal plan for the entire month of July based on what I found and already had in my pantry and freezer. And the before and after is absolutely shocking because it was so bad. And this video is in collab with my sweet friend Natalie. Her channel is This and Nat. I will have it linked down in the description. And she's all of This and Nat over on Instagram. And she provides the most amazing cleaning and minimalist tips, tricks, motivation, all of it. And she is doing a $0 pantry reorganization. She didn't buy a single thing, but she is cleaning out the pantry for $0. And it's an amazing video, and you guys are going to love it. So make sure you head over to Natalie's channel and check that out. Okay, let's get started over here. First, I'm going to show you a before of the entire kitchen. Again, it was a complete mess. Everything was just thrown into the pantry. Quarantine life has really got to us, and we have just been shoving things as far away from the children as possible. And the fridge was just full of junk that was expired and things that have just been in there for too long. Same with the freezer. It just needed to be completely emptied and started over from scratch. In addition, our kitchen was a disaster. So the first thing I had to do this day was completely clean the kitchen, like picking up little people's random shoes that are all over the house. So I'm going to get this place cleaned up and tidied so I have room to actually empty out the pantry and the fridge onto the counters, and make sure that I'm doing it on a clean surface so I'm not putting food and stuff on dirty shoe holding counters.
Shooting me with words, but I won't let them bruise. Even though it hurts, I won't show it to you. 'Cause it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. And even if you're trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away. Like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
Alright, time to tackle this fridge. So I just got a trash bag because I knew there was going to be expired things. The first thing I did was just go through everything, pull out what was expired and needed to be thrown out, and then get everything kind of in an order so that way I could easily just pull it all out, wipe that shelf down, put it all back in the way I wanted it.
I used to let it in, all the things you said. You try to turn me into somebody else, but it will ricochet, I won't let it bite. I will look at you and tell you that I'm alright. Like a ricochet, it will come back to you. Let me tell you, no,
out the pantry, I like to start with a completely clean slate. So I empty everything out and lay it out on the counter in like categories. So what goes together? All the pastas, all the sauces, all the canned vegetables, everything kind of categorized in it by its friends. And then I go through everything and throw out anything that's expired or that we're not going to use, or just anything that needs to be chucked away. And then my next step is always to get as much stuff out of its cardboard boxes as possible. Cardboard takes up so much unnecessary space in a pantry, and especially when you're working with such a tiny little space like we have, it's really important to eliminate as much excess as possible. My name is Bethany, and I have a problem. I am addicted to pasta. Not just eating it, but purchasing it in mass quantities. Why? 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 Stop buying pasta. Stop it. That's it. It's empty and everything is grouped out of the cardboard if possible, put into its little bin and organized with its friends, and I've thrown out everything that needed to go. So all of this has to fit back into our tiny little pantry, including all of this pasta, which is ridiculous. So now I've got to put it all back away in a way that makes the most sense and what I'm reaching for the most often in the front or in the most easily accessible areas, so that when I'm cooking, it's just easy and it's not the mess that it has been lately.
Every soul, every season lives outside a status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet.
All right, now that I've physically seen and touched every single piece of food that we own, I can make a meal plan. So what I did is write down a list of all of the things we have, how many we have of it, so that I can sit down and look at the month as a whole and write down meals that we're going to have and how many we're going to have. And we didn't have to buy a single grocery for this whole meal plan because we just had so much stuff on hand that I didn't even know we had because it was tucked in the dark corners of the pantry. So I made this meal plan with only food that we had in our fridge, freezer, or pantry.
Baby, we should start living now. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now.
So when I'm meal planning, I like to plan based on the day of the week and what we have going on. So Wednesday night, always pizza. Every single time. That's my solo night, so it's Josh's solo dad night, so I try to make it as easy as possible, and he just makes a frozen pizza. And then during the weekdays, I like to make it something like an easy pasta dish so that there will be leftovers so that we have an easy lunch for the next day. And then the weekend is when I try to focus more on complicated meals or meals that take a long time or meals that I really enjoy cooking or want to get into, because you just have more time on the weekends. So that's it. We are done. The kitchen is clean. Everything is back where it's supposed to be and organized, and it's just not a mess anymore. And would you look at that tiny little organized pantry? She's so pretty back there. I almost want to leave the doors open all of the time. But we got it organized. So the way I like to organize the pantry is I like to put things that I use most often in an easy place to reach. Things I use less often go towards the back. So this very bottom shelf is like boxed food or bigger, bulkier things because it's a pretty tall shelf. And then my olive oil, my vegetable oil, some spare salsa, and then like the pancake batter is hiding in the back there because we don't use that as often because when I make pancakes, I make them in bulk. And then on the short little shelf, canned items, Kool-Aids, pestos, so smaller, more compact things. And then this shelf is for pastas. So the pastas I'm able to put in the containers, some canned vegetables and pasta sauces. And then up top we have all of the excess pasta because we all know now I have a huge problem and there's way too much pasta in our house. So it needs its own shelf dedicated entirely to boxes of pasta. And then the fridge and freezer are nice and organized as well. Everything is in it where it goes. Anything I could get out of its packages and put into a Tupperware, which is smaller, I did. Nothing in here is expired, which is great because I know everything I reach for. I don't even have to look. It's all good and within the date you're supposed to use it. And then up in the freezer, this is a huge improvement. Before I cleaned it out, I would open this door and things would just fall out or topple, or it was a mess. So it is nice and organized. Again, I put things in Tupperware that I could and organized all of the meats by the type of meat they are, and then put things like breads, bacon in the door. So everything in here is beautiful and clean and organized, and it feels so very good. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. And don't forget to go over and check out Natalie's channel and her organizational pantry video from today. It's a great one and you're not going to miss it. Her link is down in my description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.